the whole drive to Virginia, I'm in my head, I'm thinking Evie said they've never had a kid who can't do this. And I'm
Right.
thinking they've never met Sean.
Right.
There's no way. There is no
Yeah.
way he can spell. We go back in the room, Evie's in front of him. We're sitting, like 15 feet behind him. She's like, Sean, my name's Elizabeth, spells her name, talks a little bit more and says, Sean, spell my name and drop that first board. And he pointed right to the E. And I'm like, oh boy. And he spelled it. And then she's like, wow, Sean, you have a great brain. Spell brain. And he spelled brain. And
We started
by that
crying.
time, we're both crying.
We're crying. One thing that really stood out is right when we walked into the clinic, they didn't talk to us. They focused, she and Julie, who works there, they focused on Sean and they talked right to him like he was 14, almost 15 at the time, like he was a teenager, not like
Not like a baby. Yeah.
yep. So we go to this psychologist. She tells us she remember, oh, I remember Sean. And Sean is like slumped over. He's mad. He doesn't want to be there, right? Like, who wants to hear about all that you can't do, right? And have all these other people talk about it. So we start talking to her and we start telling her, I think she might have asked, well, how are things since the last time you were here? And we started telling her about our trip to Virginia and about spelling and about how smart he is and how he understands everything. We start telling her all the things. And you could literally see Sean sit up in his chair. He was so proud and so like it was amazing. She even remarked, she's like, I can't believe the difference in his disposition right now while we're talking about this. I'm like, because imagine being him, always hearing other people talk about you and all the things you can't do and blah blah blah. And so at one point, he wanted him to play with Matchbox cars. That's part of the test. And he wanted nothing to do with it. And I said to her, how many 15-year-olds do you know that like to play Matchbox cars? And she said, good point. I said, part of this is what you're asking. He's 15, he's not 5.
Yeah.
But to think that a non-speaker or a minimal speaker, just because they can't get the words out, they don't have the motor to do that, to think that they are unintelligent or they don't understand or they're not really there is just the biggest, as you know, misconception out there.